Hello, hello. We're live on a
Yeah.
short notice. I suppose are we doing? It doesn't matter. I'm Amadeus Kiyoma, your one and only.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
Jinbei
special
Ba.
episode.
How's it special?
Yeah. You don't have our little faces down there because I don't have that stuff
Shut up.
downloaded, so
Yeah, it's a podcast on the go, very last minute, at least for me.
yeah.
Um,
I mean it's the last minute
yeah.
for
So
me
let's start
too.
off.
I elected to bring my laptop, so
Nice. Let's start off real personal. All right, I'm talking like way over the line shit that we shouldn't be talking about while we're alive. What's your favorite color?
blue.
Why?
What shade of blue?
Dark blue. Like the sky.
It's like a light blue.
Like a dark sky color. Dark blue sky.
Maroon blue.
Maroon blue. Navy, not navy. A little brighter than
Maroon blue.
Blue.
It's maroon blue.
Okay.
It's a shade of blue. That's what it is.
it's not
Maroon
maroon
blue.
blue.
Yeah, it looks like an okay color. I can see why it'd be your favorite. It's
Any blue?
it's very patriotic. I can see it. What about you, Molly? What's your favorite color again?
Like a pastel yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Like those
Any
fancy old cars.
Something like this. This fucking banana laffy taffy looking yellow.
No.
I typed in pastel yellow and that's what came up. So
Well, I guess maybe pastel was the wrong. Like this yellow.
I'd say mine is probably like
okay.
an admiral blue, you know?
I'm learning more about you guys every day.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Say the name of it.
I don't want to. It's an embarrassment to say the name.
Rich Racing Green.
It's a good color. All right. It's not its fault that it has a shitty name.
That just means it's a shitty color.
Fuck you. All right. It's a good color.
What'd you say yours was?
British racing green.
Yeah, it's a good color. If I were to get a
It
car,
is.
it would either be like, that kind of shade of blue or it's gonna be like that British racing green.
Yeah. It's just something about it's good, but it just has an unfortunate name, and you just can't work around it, unfortunately. But it's a good color.
What's
It's
wrong
good. I
with
feel
that
like we
name?
learned a lot
It's
about
so
each
like
other. Um, British. Bad. It's a
it just looks good.
distraction.
It just looks good
Why
on
do you
any
hate
car.
Yeah. Why do I hate?
just British things in general, I guess?
The accent pisses me off. The superiority complex.
Do you think
Every
that they think they're
city.
better than you just because of the accent?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They think they're better than us for a variety of reasons, and they're just blatantly wrong. No, and that's the issue. They should hear it, and then they'd realize how fucking annoying it sounds.
Yeah, but to them, ours is
Fucking
goofy.
no, they're just dumb. There's just nothing I enjoy about their culture. They don't have anything good going for them.
I guess it's kind of like
Name one single.
shows. I will put all of our favorite colors up there, up in literally everyone.
Yeah, Britain has never done anything for the world. What have they done that's been like useful?
They stole property and they have like a museum full of their accomplishments that's super pretentious.
So they stole. Okay.
Yeah, they
Um,
stole and conquered. It's a pretentiousness I respect, all right?
Ooh, wow. This is how low they stoop. So they claim victory to the first powered flight. The first flight occurred, 1903, December 17th, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Um, but the first powered flight, that was. They made the guillotine, the
When
telephone. No one
first
fucking
powered
uses.
flight was still the Wright brothers.
Uh, Fucking according to historicuk.com. No,
How
they
the
did it.
fuck else would the Wright brothers plane take off?
Um, Britt Percy Pilcher designed a powerful triplane and built it in 1899. By the last day of September 1899, Pilcher's powered triplane was very nearly ready for flight. But on that day, Pilcher was gliding in his Hawk. His previously reliable Hawk suffered a structural failure, fell, and Pilcher died 2 days later. His powered triplane was never flown, but the invention beat the Americans by 4 years.
I mean, that just goes to prove my point more, right? Americans just a plot armor. There's that one
We
battle of
did
the
have.
Revolutionary War where we fought the British because there's a tornado on the battlefield. Um, there's another one where, we're on the moon. Very risky mission. We only, the test was the mission itself, and we just made
Yeah.
it back because of plot armor.
Um, they also say that they had the light bulb before us. Sir Joseph Swan of Newcastle.
Well, I mean, maybe there are other like renditions of the light bulb before the Thomas Edison, right? He just perfected the design and made it like reproducible and reliable.
Yeah. Jet propulsion, the submarine, vehicles. Okay, buddy. Yeah, it's discovering America. Okay, you can do shit. See, it's just pretentious. I don't like them. There's nothing to like about British
They didn't discover
people.
America.
With
Native Americans did.
well, French people, they're not much better. All right, at least they have a more interesting history to them.
I feel like French people are snottier.
Yeah, that's the perception, and that is true. Probably,
Well,
definitely in like
all right,
Paris and
all right. Well,
the
I haven't
two.
met a British guy, but
You've met a French fuck.
so far all I could see is the Drubble 1, the first submarine, in the 1620s by a Dutch engineer.
Yeah, I get it.
So it was probably made in the UK, but it was made by someone who's born in the Netherlands.
Say that doesn't count then. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that counts.
It's not. We're British.
I mean, it counts for
I mean,
America
they
if
have
like
no good
somebody comes over from, because America's a mindset, right?
It is. We're the greatest country. We have the potential to be. All right. I love America as a concept. Could be better in practicality, but as a concept, yeah, we're better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Prime America demolishes any other nation.
When would you say is prime America?
Um,
Never.
you
I mean,
know,
maybe like modern day. I mean, we're only getting better,
talking
right?
like no, it's getting worse. Best time to live probably if you're of a certain skin color, probably like after 1945 up until like the late 60s. It's probably the best time if you're a certain skin color to live in America. The
Well,
economy's
also of
great.
a certain, if you're a straight white male after
Yeah,
1945,
a
you're
certain,
golden.
certain skin color, certain sexuality. If you fit those criteria,
Yeah. Certain
it's looking pretty good.
mindset, certain fucking, you know, way of
Yeah.
living, you know, then yeah.
The 70s didn't get off to a great start. The 80s, it's got some good pop culture shit, but still also a lot of. I've been on a binge lately of 1980s America history, a very particular faction of it. Um, you might know more about it than Molly, Jason. What do you know about the Contras and the Sandinistas? Do those names mean anything to you?
Senate, I mean, maybe. Sandinistas?
Um, yeah, they
Enlighten me.
fuck, I'm forgetting what nation specifically, but Sandinistas were communist backed,
Okay.
um, and they took over a nation. The Contras were rebels. So obviously America supports anyone anti-communist. So President Reagan during this time was trying to convince the American public and also Congress, like, hey, this is a proxy war that we should fight in because it's bad for us if the Soviets win. Congress didn't approve. Majority of, the public didn't approve that we should be sending our money to foreign freedom fighters because, it's just not a great return on investment. Um, so what the CIA did is they brought in cocaine from Colombian cartels and other various places. They brought coke into America, sold it to dealers here, and then just used the cash to funnel, weapons, supplies, give the Contras a chance to win back the country.
Yeah.
I'm watching a show about it now. It's not um, totally nonfiction. Parts of it, I'm sure, are exaggerated, but it's also the backdrop is real, and some of the
It's
characters.
loosely based on true events.
Yeah,
It
loosely.
sound it
I think
sounds
it's
interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
I
of
want to.
interesting stuff going on back then, and then we'll find out the interesting stuff that's happening nowadays in the future. When they decide
Yeah,
to uncover those events.
you
But
want to be part of the CIA. You just got to be a CIA officer, and you'll be in the know on the
yeah,
fun shit.
um, yeah. I mean, I guess all right to go back into the point before, if you're 1945 straight white male, right? Past that, and then, but at the same time, we got the Korean War. We still have the draft going,
Yeah, but
and
it's
then
still
there's
like
the Vietnam
overall,
War. That wasn't a
like
particularly great time either.
the late '60s is where a couple of things started to go south for the average person. For the average white man, it
So
it
you're
wasn't looking
saying
too
the
great.
most
Yeah,
ideal America is late 1940s to the mid 1960s?
um, purely from how nice it is to buy a house. You got all these fancy inventions happening all around the same time. You see someone land on the moon. You see a
All right.
president get his head blown off.
Okay,
It's
so
exciting time.
I would say 1945, 1950. We got five years of good America right there
Yeah,
because we got the Korean War at 1950 to 1953.
just don't get drafted and you're fine.
Yeah, as long as your birthday doesn't like land on certain dates, then I actually checked the Vietnam War draft and I would have been fine.
I want to see how it would have been fun. You doubt it? um, let's see. It was not called in 1970. If it was called one day earlier, my number would have been called though. So I just missed it by a day. Hell yeah, that's good.
What about Molly?
Yeah,
Oh
because I'm gonna get drafted.
yeah, you will be equal rights, equal fights.
Oh yeah,
2 days earlier, your number would not have been called.
mine was
Wait,
8 days
so
earlier.
my number called? Did you
Man,
say my number was gonna be called?
yeah,
It
but
says
once
if
if
your birthday was just two. Yeah, so I think it would have been called.
it wouldn't have mattered anyway since she's
If you're,
female, but
yeah,
I would have been the only one that got drafted.
the only sing, the
how
only
did?
person, citizen.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm guessing
That
you
just means you
did
were.
that. You did the USA Today thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the little thing that they have here during the Vietnam War. Young American men face the possibility of being involuntarily drafted into military service. There are many ways to avoid it with certain connections. If you got the dough, it was said, you don't have to go.
sounds about right.
But we would have been fine.
You just
We would have been the hippies.
yeah. What are they gonna do? Track you down? No, take too much effort.
It's
I
good.
mean, it would have been kind of, I want to go to a different country, just not under like wartime invasion
There was like
backdrop.
this alpha male guy. He was like bragging about and he went to different countries during active wartime. Like I mean, he wasn't even serving. He just showed up there. It's like the absolute worst way is to be a
Interesting.
civilian in a battleground.
Well, that's how you get like, the fucking motels and hotels. I'm sure are gonna be on the cheaper side. Food is gonna be cheaper.
Yeah, those people who
Or
would
actually,
like
yeah,
live stream the Ukraine war while and fucking go to hotels.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you get the entire place to yourself. It'll be nice. No one
Yeah,
else is gonna be on the bus. Good.
who's gonna be
I
driving
think
the
there was
bus?
someone. I think there was a YouTube a while ago. A YouTube video I saw a while ago of someone exactly that. Like, as soon as a place gets hit by a terrorist attack, I specifically book my next vacation to be there because no one wants to fucking go there. Prices are down, the deals are better. People just don't want to go there. Active war zone is different than just like going to fucking New York after 9/11. But
Yeah, I mean it's a different kind of adrenaline rush, right?
I'm sure,
Is that
yeah.
what you is that what you would get out of it?
I am. I don't know. I'm going to somewhere after a terrorist attack. It'll be cheaper. It's just like a 30% off type coupon.
Yeah,
Active Warzone, I mean, yeah, you might get, that same 30% deal, but your room might also not be safe for the rest of the night. Higher chance of it, I'd say,
yeah,
of it just not being safe.
or during the daytime too, or really
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah, your electricity might go out, the water might not work, probably not going to be very much food around. You don't know the language, that sucks. You probably can't get a vehicle. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it'd be a fun vacation.
Yeah.
What? Sounds like such a great time.
All right, we'll send you to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think we can fly there. I would be surprised if we can.
No, you have to go into like Poland or something and drive into it. But I mean, there
Sounds
was
alright.
there was one time where I was working at a U card office. It's like it's like a university fucking ID card office that I worked for. No, I wasn't having it that day. It was just boring. I just
Yeah.
wasn't in a great mood. And there's all this information that pops up. And there's one guy, it was like right after it was like a month after the war kicked off. And he's like, his home of origin is Ukraine.
Damn.
I mean, it just brings in perspective. It could be worse.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about that though. Because if America does get invaded, we'll have the fucking pros to just save us. We'll be good.
Yeah. Was that
Shit is
Tracy
so funny to me.
went into his home of origin, and apparently he saw that his own National Guard has fucking 12 A-10s just for some reason.
What the fuck?
I guess it was just on a
Why?
tarmac or something. But I didn't know a National Guard would
Why?
have A-10s, so
Right.
it's kind of cool. It's nice that they have it.
Yeah. I'm sure, yeah, it's a good pride point. You bring it up for your fucking county fair.
Yeah.
Decorate the A10s.
I mean, just I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a resung song, but like the whole idea of logistically trying to invade America to begin with. You know, maybe going through Canada or some
Yeah.
shit. Maybe strike a deal with Mexico. You know, like in World War One. And
Yeah.
but then yeah, immediately you have NATO, and you're literally attacking the forefront of NATO right then and there to begin with. And then each state kind of acts as their own country. So I mean,
I'd thrive. I'd do great in a wartime environment. I've been trying.
well, so yeah, so would your boss apparently.
Yeah.
You would
Not
get
my boss, all right? He's a coworker. He's been working longer than I have, but I will not call him my boss.
would you call him a subordinate?
No, he's a coworker.
Okay.
He's not my boss anymore. He can give advice, but he can't tell me what to do. And can you imagine? It'd be fun. You're just like, they should bring Crown Vics over to Ukraine. Or they'd be a terrible vehicle, I'm sure.
Well, it's
Wouldn't be
great. I
that
mean,
great. Not
it's
that much.
got a lot of clearance, more than other like sedans. You can traverse a lot of territories.
Pretty
We
horrible
had
fucking mileage. But
is that what's the trucks that the terrorists drive? Like Toyota.
Toyota Hilux,
Yeah, it's like
Hilux.
that's the new Toyota Helix.
Yeah, that'd be good. Ford could make a fucking killing off of it.
All right. Well, I mean, speaking of straight white men, right? I mean, we could talk about men's mental health awareness. I threw this on like forever ago, and apparently it's mental health awareness month for men specifically.
Nice. You have you been paying extra attention to my mental health this month, Molly?
You seem the same as you always do.
No, I'm just hiding it even more now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Do you need to talk?
no, I don't want to talk.
Quick drive
Do you
through
want to
therapy.
punch a hole in?
I don't feel comfortable opening up to you guys. All right, I don't need drive-through therapy. I'll just internalize it. I'll deal with it. Move on.
Okay. Well, yeah, but you're
There's
not
no
supposed to.
drive-through
You're supposed to
therapy.
be. You're supposed to be open
Them.
with your feelings.
Yeah, I suppose you gotta. Yeah, how are you feeling? You had a more rough day than I did.
No, it was great. All right. You know,
Yeah, it was great.
I was given a lemon and I squeezed the juice out of it. All right. I didn't make lemonade. I just enjoyed
How does
the
that?
lemon juice.
Where's the lemonade?
There is no lemonade. I just squeezed it into my mouth. You know, yeah. I had an event scheduled with a particular person that I've been talking to, and you know, they canceled like 2 hours before it was supposed to happen. So, I mean, I'm glad that I
Yeah,
was already up here because had that had happened before, I would have probably been like halfway there.
yeah.
So it kind of works out. Still kind of sucks. I don't know. You know what do you want me to
Yeah.
say? It's I guess shit
Wanting to
happens.
talk about how annoying shit happens. Yeah.
I mean, I could sit here and be like turn into an incel, or like this is my last straw.
Is
I'm
actually
done.
telling.
She's not. She's not. There's
I mean, maybe she is.
out of all the fucking days
Yeah,
away, no.
yeah. She
A chance that I'm telling the truth.
1%. 1%.
yeah. This person said that their brother got into or their brother crashed their truck, and I guess their head was hurting. So, I'm not one to say that it was fake, all right?
Wah, wah.
But
It's it's
but yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that
I
I
feel like
asked
I
before.
was.
yeah.
I
What's
feel
that?
like if someone was gonna like, I really don't want to go on this. It would just be more like, hey, I'm not feeling that great today.
No,
Sorry.
sometimes the more
Like,
ridiculous you go, the more the other person has no excuse to feel bad. All right, my mentality when I was calling into fucking McDonald's saying that my uncle just got into a car accident is it's so what the fuck? It's so oh my god, it's family, they're injured, they're hurt. You can't say no. You can't
Yeah.
stop them. You feel bad for them. You wish them luck. You wish their family member luck, and you just oh damn man, that's so depressing.
But
I'm
at the
sorry
same
to hear
time,
that.
I feel like if she was honest, it would have been kind of like a testament of who I was as a person, right? Because if she said, "Yeah, I'm not feeling it today," and I said, "So, you're still coming, right?" Then that would just kind of like be more telling of who I am.
No, then you just yeah, well, if she doesn't care, then you don't care times 10. All right. Yeah, you just have to go whatever direction she goes, but amplify it
Yeah.
tenfold. She's, I wasn't really feeling it today. Well, that's good. I was going to tell you the same thing. I'm seeing someone else. Or, I'm really excited to meet you. Then it's like, I know,
I
I've been
guess.
dying to meet you too, baby. I want to kiss you. And where's my hug as soon as I see you? You just, you go, you go where they go, but you terrify them. Or piss them off. Either or.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I think you're really bad at giving advice.
would you rather listen fish or to the fisherman? All right.
The fit.
A fish won't tell you how to catch other fish. All right. Molly, what advice would you give to
All right. What
Jason
kind of
for
fish are you catching though?
catching a fish?
Are you fishing like? Are you getting
Self.
bass or are you getting like catfish?
In this context, women. All right. We're going with a metaphor here. We'll
Yeah, I'm
take your
talking about. Are you
fucking
getting good women with
English
this, or are you getting
house.
like fucking, like
It's
rebounds?
like a really high. We're getting you. No, we're getting you like grilled cooked salmon. All right, with like a good amount of seasoning, salt, pepper, fucking fish seasoning.
Okay.
It's good. All right. So
I
Molly,
like
what
how they come
advice? What's like
seasoned.
the number? Yeah. Well,
All right, sorry.
seasoning's like a good person. Molly, what's like the number one and just like blanket piece of advice you got for him right now? Yeah, what's like the best tip that you could give No Cam? It's like increases chances with everyone.
Um, I got nothing. I can't.
How do you have nothing? Don't go back to crocheting. Think.
I already.
This row. Um, I'm like trying to think what worked on like me in the past or like people I know in the past.
T pose.
Yeah,
That eventually works.
people.
T-posing. Is that your actual advice? I'm gonna say, if that's all it took for you to start liking me, I'd feel
Yeah, just T-pose.
damn.
I
It was a
mean
good
that
pose, I guess.
that doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense though, because that goes along with some other pretext, right? Because you guys knew each other before that, and you've spent time around each other,
Well,
hung
yeah,
out before. So there's not just like one thing that you can just do and then are like, all of a sudden they're a fucking
No,
fire
not just
hydrant.
one thing. That's one.
don't be too like pushy. I don't know. Don't be too like overbearing.
Have I been
I would have failed that
overbearing?
advice. Like I
What where what is
I
this
have no
advice
idea
coming
how you
from?
interact. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something generic. Like you aren't gonna want to go out with someone that's starting every conversation. Like I don't know, because then it seems like I don't know, just if I can't like explain it.
Wait,
My
don't go out
brain's
with someone who's
dead.
starting every conversation?
No, like if you notice that you're starting most of the conversations, chances are the person just isn't super interested. Like obviously start conversations, but if you're the only person starting them,
What if they start the conversations and then they're just like boring afterwards and just it goes nowhere?
they might have lost interest.
either that.
But
I
it's like
would've,
repeated. It's like
just
a constant thing.
ask them for their number and just call them and chat. That's even more awkward, but no, it kind of helps to see if they're just as fucking dead over text as they are actually speaking.
That might be helpful, but I don't know. I don't need advice, all right? I know what works.
Well, clearly you do. When something went wrong today, all right.
All right.
Somewhere along the way, you did something. She got the ick, and thus her brother's
I didn't even do
head
anything.
exploded.
All I did was ask if she's still down.
Did you guys reschedule, or is that still ongoing?
She said again, she was super sorry. Let me know when another day works for you or something like that. The next time you're available.
Yeah. Damn.
So I'm just gonna take that as an L, and I'm just gonna move on with my life. I'm not gonna like.
You're not gonna try and do it one more time.
I don't know.
Reschedule for once you get back.
Again, what if she was telling the truth? You'll never know.
You can ask for proof. That's being a bit pushy.
Send me a picture
But,
of the truck.
Yeah.
I've been in accidents before, all right?
I was just fine. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is telling the truth. But again, I mean, we've been talking for a while. For a couple of like 1 or 2 months. Probably like 2 months.
Yeah.
And it didn't like the conversations weren't that
All of a
interesting
sudden,
and
wait, it took you guys. Fuck. Yeah.
well, excuse me, I have fucking
It took you
money
guys.
I don't want to spend on driving all the way up here.
How far of a drive is it?
It's like an hour and a half. Like
Jesus
it's
Christ.
not that bad.
That's not that bad.
Like all in
Look,
all, it
I'm
would've
a
cost you,
busy
like,
man, all
100,
right? I have other shit I want to do
for
too, all
it.
right?
All right, you could have taken one. Whatever. It's not the point.
You know what? I'd love to see I'd love you to talk to
I'm
me,
speaking.
lighten me about your dating life beyond high school. You know, beyond people that you've met outside of high school. How's that
It's pretty
gone for
good.
you?
I want to apologize because it's something you're not really supposed to talk about. But like I could talk to women. All right, I could talk to girls. It wasn't like super difficult. I think you just have to not fucking care. You know, as long as you're not like a creep, you don't talk about weird shit. You're just a fun person to be around. Being slightly humorous helps. Um, yeah, you can just make friends easy. Now it's one separate thing to hang around someone as a friend and then ask them like, hey, let's go on a date. It kind of increases the awkwardness a little bit. But
It's more social. That one's more realistic.
you know,
You know,
yeah. Oh no, it's not that hard. Just do it. The worst you can do is say no.
Jesus Christ. I'm asking about like how is your success rate with, you know, people outside of high
Oh,
school?
100%. 100%.
Okay,
You're gonna elaborate on that?
I'm not. Wait. Okay, I actually gotta think. I mean, it's open to interpretation, I guess. You
not
could either go
really.
with 100% or but I didn't really try, so that doesn't count. So I'd say 100%. Yeah. So to answer your question, it went good.
Yeah, what'd you do?
um, didn't really do anything.
Yeah, you just found a
I was
bunch of
just friends with
fucking
people.
people at McDonald's and then, you know, it's kind of
Hey, it worked. Dating apps suck. All right, they're not
all right,
good.
excuse me, I don't work around young people and the people that I work with, I don't want to, you know, dabble into that. You know, you don't want to eat in the same place you shit, especially
I
not
think.
in
I
the
mean, that's
organization
stupid.
I'm in.
Yeah. Like you spend what? How many hours of your fucking life at your job? I get that, like, yeah, if it goes wrong, it's so awkward.
Yeah,
Just don't have it go
it's not just
wrong, and if it does
awkwardness.
go wrong, don't have.
All right, there's this is stuff I'll have to talk to you off air, but there's certain other stuff that can happen, has happened to a lot of other coworkers. Like it's a
I don't know if there's like legal. Isn't I think there's legal repercussions. Like if you're married to your spouse and you're both in the military
well, if you're married to your
and
spouse
you're caught
and
cheating.
she's not even in the military, there's legal repercussions. I'm not talking about that. Because if that happens, they happen to be married and I'm involved, it doesn't matter on my end. There's a certain program in the military, all right? It's a really good program, you know, when it's used properly. But if used improperly, it's really easy for, you know, people of a certain gender to make claims to another certain kind of gender, and then they're completely like stripped of their freedoms like immediately. And it's they lose their pay and
Or just
fucking until that court case is
yeah,
over.
just
And then
don't.
even when that court case is over, it's still on file for like the rest of your
Yeah,
career and even when you get out. So
just don't date a
there's a reason
psycho.
why I
Just don't.
try to stay away from females in my workplace.
Just don't date a psycho. Just don't say date someone who's
How are you gonna
deranged
know?
enough to. I have a keen insight into the human soul. See, part of the
No, you
training that I've
don't.
done in order to become a psycho is be able to ascertain certain elements of people's personalities based off of very brief conversations that I have with people.
You'd be a
The
horrible
moment I
psychologist.
the moment I look at someone, I do an assessment of them.
You
Look
do
at
an
their look
ocular
at their physical.
inspection.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah, we'll say an ocular inspection. Now, what this includes is you take a look at the most obvious things about them. All right, it's the clothes that they're wearing. How nice are their shoes? Do they seem like they give a shit? If they do seem like they give a shit, well, that's a sign that they're kind of needy and that they like other people's validation. You might be able to exploit that. Um, the second thing, aside from just like the physical things that they wear, is how they carry themselves. Are they hunched over? Are they slouched? Are they standing up super rigid? What does their face look like when they talk? Do they have their whole body turned at you? Do they just kind of like slightly move their
Jesus
head your
Christ.
way?
You watch
They
one
actually look
YouTube
you in the
video
eye?
of fucking like, does this woman like me? And then you just made that your
No,
personality.
it's not one YouTube video. No, Cam. It's more like a career of YouTube videos. All right, this
All
knowledge does not come.
right.
No, it's good. You come. I get a good sense of kind of people. What kind of person people are. You just have to look at them, and then you just speculate. It's really fun to just look at someone and just make up assumptions about them. It passes the time. It's fun. It gives the random people you meet in your life more excitement, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. All right, I got
So just avoid the psychos. Just peer into their soul and know that oh, this one's fucked. Never mind.
look. All I got out of this is that maybe I should probably call them, before. And
Yeah, you should. Have you heard their voice?
no.
Damn, you guys gotta go on a Minecraft date together or some shit. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know how much of a gamer she is.
It's just I don't know either. That's the thing. I mean, been talking so long and I barely like got anything out of learning who she is.
Yeah, nice.
I feel like that should have been a very big sign that hmm, maybe no.
I mean, I'd say that's like fine if it's within like the first week. Then you guys meet up if you don't really know anything about each other. I mean, obviously, I don't know the entire situation. I don't know all the messages you guys have sent.
I mean, all right. It's not like yeah, I think the meetup is still realistic. If I was like maybe calling her, that would have been better. Um like, 1 to 2 months of like talking to a person before you meet up with them is kind of realistic, especially if you both have jobs. You don't know each other's schedules
Yeah,
like off top of your head. Weekends, especially if they're near your family and they see family a lot, then that kind of plays an influence in things too.
yeah. It's just
Yeah, that's fine. It's just if you don't know much about them and you've been talking for almost 2 months, I don't know. That just seems a little odd. Do you even?
what's her favorite color?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you even know her favorite color?
Look, all right.
All right,
All right.
wasn't meant to be. No, I still think you should try. Call her.
I
Just
think I think that I don't know. If
live
it's
call.
if it's been
Ask.
this long and nothing is gone, I've gotten nothing out of it, and then she seems to be like not interested to begin with. So I mean, why would I even continue?
Because why not? I don't know. I'm not you. I have no emotional stake in this. Not really. I don't feel depressed if it doesn't go anywhere, or I don't feel any particular. Well, I mean, if it goes great, then I feel happy for you. If it doesn't, if it does, I'd feel a little bit bad. I don't know about feeling sad for you, but like, damn, that sucks. I wish it would have gone better. Like that's about the extent of it. I won't lie.
I mean, that's good.
So it's easy for me. It's easy for me to say, just go ahead and do it anyway,
Yeah.
because it's like I'm eating fucking popcorn for this shit.
It's like,
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, we got a we got a viewer comment here. Hey, homie,
Oh shit.
I checked your videos. Seems like you are new in Kick and streaming a lot, and still not affiliated and partnered yet. I got a proposal for
Oh
you.
god.
I will share your stream
Oh,
to a Kick community for you to hit 1,000
oh,
followers and earn nothing less than $1,000 per streaming, and
wow.
enable your sub button. Add me on Discord if
Wow.
you're interested. I'm not
That's
gonna link that
such a
Discord
good
because it's
offer.
definitely a scam. But
No, he's real, man.
fuck
Look
it,
at how good of an
we
offer.
made it. This is it. We finally
Yeah,
made
this is
it.
our big moment.
our big break.
This is our big break, guys.
Maybe we're just not titling our streams correctly. You know, there's I'm just looking on Kick. There's Weed Smoke on Kick. Yacht Vibes. Um Japan IRL 18 plus rainy season. Just chatting.
Riz.
So we
What
should
about Riz?
Great title.
play into like the Gooners, the
Oh, yeah.
Coomers.
I don't want to be a Coomer. I don't want to be a Gooner.
So yeah, we should title it like Giat Special Opinion Planet Podcast, and
Yeah,
then we
I
just
need more
have
brain rot added.
a big ass, on our screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be good.
I think that's it.
Molly, if I was the strong, silent type, remembered your birthdays, I love children, I love dreaming, I'm in touch with my feminine side, I'm a family man, I love my mother, and I make you romantic home cooked meals. Would that be desirable traits in a partner?
I mean, I guess. It,
What does loving your mother have to do
Yes.
with anything?
Shows that you like women.
I can like women. I
see,
just don't like my mom. Is that fine?
Nah, that's right.
for that.
It is more weird to see people that have like absolute no issues with their parents. I haven't met someone like that yet. It's got to be impossible, but I want like real deep seated fucking unsolvable issues present always. Want that type.
Yeah, they're always there for you, kind of thing. They're like never had a psychotic idea in their life.
Yeah, they've always been saying they never did that. You're making stuff up. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I'm just looking at the topics that you chose. The Jewel ban got reversed. Jewel is now fucking allowed. That's great.
Yeah.
Allowed back with more than just one flavor, which is too little, too fucking late. I mean, in their absence, it got infinitely worse. Non-US based companies putting fucking Pac-Man on vapes now. I played Pac-Man on a vape. What was it?
Was it fun?
It was kind of fun. I was a little bit drunk. I enjoyed it.
Was that like a Pi device or what?
No, it was just a vape, but it had a touch. Well, not a touch screen, but it had like a like a old flip phone screen kind of built in and buttons so you could move around.
So that was probably like a little Pi computer inside a vape. They can play games.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because that's good for the kids. The Rick and Morty flavored vape.
What the
That's
fuck does
good.
that even taste like?
I have no fucking idea. I'm gonna look it up.
Cartoon, flashy colors. Yeah, they're definitely not gonna want that. And why did they ban it to begin with? Because it was like too close to advertising to kids. Is that what it was?
Probably. You know, you have blueberry, strawberry, raspberry.
Basic flavors.
So
Yeah,
you're just supposed to have menthol jewels or what?
they have. I think they only have the two. Yeah, they just have regular tobacco and straight menthol. At least that's what they used to have. I mean, I'm pretty sure other flavors like Jewel Mango. That was like one of the most celebrated ones. I'm pretty sure that'll be coming back.
Do you think they could technically like just sue them for damages, financial?
No, and then it's the U.S. government. It's FDA. Yeah, what the FDA wants, the FDA gets. I have to log in. Fuck you, man. Juul was created for adult smokers only. In our dedicated effort to combat underage use of Juul products, we implement additional safeguards and advanced security directives. Juul.com is an age-gated website which requires a verification process to confirm users are 21 years of age or older for full access.
What's the verification
Gee,
process?
you ruined everything. You need to register an email.
Is that it?
Let me see if that's it. Make a pass. Oh, come on.
Was it Jewel.com you said?
Let me do it, alright? I'm being Jamie. I agree. Verify my age to continue creating a tab. Okay, so I have to give them my phone number. I have to have them send a code. Wait, Molly, do you got your phone on you?
Yeah.
Perfect, because mine's out in the living room. You're gonna get a text message.
Here, I just
You're
threw you in
here.
host. Yeah, I threw him in. I threw him in because of a
Wonderful.
topic earlier, but
You should be getting a
What's
code.
up,
yeah, we're talking about jewels now.
Jules? Like
Zero
the Nick stick, right?
Yeah, yeah. Nick Stick.
Nice.
Let's verify your age. Oh, okay, so I have to put in my birthday. Yeah, that's very. I have to
What's
put
the
in my
lowest? Can
legal
you go
name.
to 1776 for your birthday?
I'll try it real quick. It's
Real
seven.
American birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1776. Oh, must at least be 1900. All
Okay,
right, so I
yeah,
can
too
go
easy.
1900. I'm only fucking 124 years old.
Trying to get a jewel. You're trying to fucking end your life. Trying to get it over with.
I think if you hit a jewel at that point, you're just dust.
Jamie.
My name is Jewel. Address, go fuck yourself. 123 Fuck You Street.
Okay.
The first thing I did as soon as I got back is got Jack in the Box, since I don't have that over there.
Oh, that's nice.
City. We live in the city of Chirac.
What's how is Jack in a Box?
Why do you need?
I've never had that.
Why are you needing to do so much to prove you're 21?
Because they got
It's
super fuck out
great.
of shit. Alright, and by entering in all this information, I verify my age. Yep, it matches. That's me. You're under the legal age to purchase or submit a warranty. What?
Yeah, you
I
have to
was
be at
born,
least born in 1899.
I was born in 1900. Alright, fine, let's give it a realistic fucking birthday.
Should I go get your phone? So
No.
you can put your phone number. Maybe my phone number's screwing it up.
Shouldn't. There's
I
no
don't
way
think
your
your
phone
phone
number
number's
is
on
tied.
like a database that says you're underage.
I bet it
Probably
is.
not, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
but
Yeah, this is why they weren't. Okay, so we were not able to verify your age based on the address provided 123 Fuck You Street, Chirac,
Oh,
Los Angeles. Why
Let's
do you
do
need my
the White
address?
House
That is
address.
weird. Okay, let me get a second here. You think if I type in like what's the best way to snipe someone from the White House? That would get me in trouble.
Rum? So that just sounds like you're
People.
a Secret Service agent who hasn't like learned his job.
I'm just studying for my exam. Yeah. Fuck it. For the state, I'll just put Puerto Rico. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it sounded like you were sniping somebody out of like from the White House, sniping somebody that was somewhere else.
All right. Come on, man.
Which I mean, nothing wrong. That's a Tuesday night for me.
No,
Yeah.
Jewel doesn't need my actual information. Let's try verifying your ID and go fuck yourself. All right.
All right.
whatever.
So there is
They
a
don't-
lot of safeguards then. What about like another?
If
What
you
if I
try
want
and
to?
use the fucking.
For a website.
All right, yeah. If we use all of Molly's information, though, all right, I guarantee it'll fucking go through.
I'm not trying.
All you have to do is be passive aggressive to a gas station cashier, and you can get your jewel that way.
Yeah. Oh wait, it won't even let me go back to the original. Wait, no, can I log out so you guys don't have to ask me for my ID? Okay, create an account. All right.
It looks like it's the same thing if you go to Marlboro.com.
I
You
have
have
an
to create
account
an
with them.
account.
I get the Marlboro. Rewards. Great. It's such a scam. I think if you buy like $6,000 worth of cigarettes, you get like a $300 or $400 reward.
You're not
Fuck.
going to live to see that
It's really
reward.
no, you are not. But I still have it anyway because I might as well. All right, Molly, I'm making an account for Jewel with your email. Let's see if I can still send us a message.
So
All
what
right.
was this topic? Was Jewel the topic you wanted me to talk about, or
Yeah, that
Just
was,
the fact that the ban for Jewel.
the reason I brought you on was dating people in your workplace. Because
Oh,
he was
fuck
saying that
it,
it
let's
came easy to
go.
him, so it should come easy to me. So,
Well,
I thought that
you
was
and I both know the only obviously depending on people's preferences, right? There's only one reasonable person to date in the office, and
yeah, it's Menno, right?
you already saw the one coworker take a swing at it, and it didn't end well. So,
Well, I saw two actually, and I don't know how that first one went.
Mena. Oh, are you talking about E?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Oh, I think he was just trying to smash,
I mean, he still took
not
it, took
necessarily
a
date.
swing at it, but not the same way the other person was.
No, it's saying I already have an account, so I'm just trying to sign in.
One person cast a net, the other one went noodling.
And neither made it.
And neither caught. Yep.
I was just saying if there's someone like, within your age range, they seem like a
You know she's
reasonable
a year younger
person.
than I am, right?
All right. Yeah, but they also seem like, figuratively speaking, right? Someone around your age. All right. Like, they seem interested. They seem like an interesting person. It's the just same environment, same situation. Would you go for it?
No. And personally, I think that's one of the worst decisions you can make. Obviously, there's going to be the onesies and twosies because, miracles happen. But I would say 98.5% of the time, it's going to blow up in your face.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that other coworker that wanted
It just,
Like we went to
It
his.
just doesn't.
All right, sorry. You go.
No, you go ahead. I need to formulate my thought,
Oh,
anyways.
I think the one person we went to their house for that little get together grill out thing. You know, and yeah, I saw how his whole thing went down. And that person just happened to be at a certain detail I was at.
I mean, to be fair, right. I mean, to be fair, you know, a hole is a hole to most people, and they'll they'll take a pass at anything they think they can take a pass at.
I guess. I mean, I was just more or less thinking the the whole program that our organization has. It's a good program when it's used correctly, but that's more or less what I what I thought you were gonna go more in depth about. But
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I was just talking on a general spectrum. If we're talking specifically about our organization, that right there should be the biggest brake pumping, like wall slamming action that should define that right there should be the biggest slap in the face saying don't shit where you eat. Or I mean don't eat where you shit, you know?
yeah,
That's what that is. That's literally the big boss saying, don't do it. And people are like, I'm the exception because I'm him. And they go to prison for the rest of their life and get labeled as a sex offender, even if they didn't necessarily do it.
or do anything wrong. But yeah,
Or yeah, he could have just been around. Is the crazy part. But you
or
know,
I mean,
if there's that should probably tell you that you shouldn't be dating in the workplace.
I don't know. I mean, again, the
I
topic
disagree.
already left, but I mean that's just like was my whole spiel of there's a difference from doing stuff like that in my organization and then like if you were to do something like that at like a Menards or something.
There's a lot of companies out there, I'm pretty sure, that have like a no.
Every company probably has that, but like how much it's enforced, if it is enforced, how
Well,
easy
like
it is to just like
yeah,
Big.
yeah. I mean at fucking McDonald's when I was working there, company corporate policy, no dating between coworkers, but everyone fucking there was two managers that were dating and it was not a secret at all. They weren't hiding it at
yeah.
all. They were kissing in the break room. It's just it's in there for lawsuit reasons, I'm sure. Oh well, they had an argument and they tripped and fell and hurt each other's head, but it's against our rule that to be in relationships, so we're absolved.
I mean, yeah. Like I mean with that one is just that's company policy. And it's like, who gives a shit about that?
Yeah,
You find someone, it doesn't matter. On the other hand, you have the whole ass fucking US government and then you have like completely different laws and obligations you have to abide by because they have like their own court of law and their own rules. Like their own
Like
laws.
for instance, sorry, um, like for instance, it's like I was saying, it's no joke. Like you could literally, and it's happened before. There's been cases where there's just like a dude will take a pass at some female. She finds him unattractive, right? And they work in the same workplace.
yeah,
She goes to this specific office that has the specific program and submits a claim. And regardless of what the organization says, you're guilty until proven innocent. I don't care what they tell you. You're guilty up front,
yeah. That's
right?
not
Especially if you work in the same place. like word about that gets around so quick.
Yeah.
So like everybody's gonna know, and they're all gonna assume the worst right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll take that individual, in this case the male, and they will ostracize him, put him in a different unit, um, and then obviously like in this case like he didn't do anything. Even if he's found innocent, he doesn't get to go back to his old unit. He still gets all the punishment for it, even though he didn't actually do anything. He was just there. He just existed in his space and just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He still receives punishment. It's not punishment like on paper. He's not getting reprimanded or anything like that. It's just like he's getting moved. He has to go somewhere else, readjust. He has that on his record, regardless of whether he's innocent or not. It's still on his record as being investigated for that.
Yeah.
And so
So
if
they-
another group sees that, they're like, "Oh well, this guy's kind of sketchy because he got investigated for this." And well, now it's on his record for the rest of his career.
yeah. Just doesn't look good. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it obviously depends on,
So
what kind of past that they have at the particular individual. If it's fucked up, they're like, having some just weird ass remark and it's just creepy as fuck. And it's like, maybe some sort of physical contact was made, then of course, I mean, yeah, obviously that fucking guy deserves it. But I mean, I don't know. It's just some tried and true cases of people that just think it's fun to fuck someone's life up. But I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. I don't get
Again,
it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm bringing the point home way too hard, but that's just the slight difference.
What about you, Molly? Have you ever had that thought? Let me fuck up someone's life. Let me
No.
fuck up my boyfriend's life.
No.
No.
Why would I want to?
I don't know. Wow. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Those people confuse me just as much as they confuse you. I don't understand why someone would be like, oh, let me just make this very serious claim that someone did this, despite the fact that they didn't actually do it. I just want attention. They hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna ruin their life. Like, that just is stupid.
Imagine you hate someone so much. You're just.
Or it's not even you hate them that much either. You just do it because it's fun.
It's just. And this
we
is
had
what-
a good buddy that actually had a false claim done on him, and that situation that I just described was actually his situation. He didn't do anything wrong. She just got mad at him, made this serious claim. He got moved somewhere else. And that's on his record forever.
Yeah.
Um, everybody that he'd worked with before slandered him, except for the people that actually knew him. Because we were like, dude, you weren't even there at the time. Like he wasn't even in the same town. He was
Yeah.
gone. But he didn't have any like real way to like provide proof that he wasn't there. We knew he wasn't there, but he didn't have like receipts or
Yeah.
like any pictures or anything like that. So they were like, "Hey, you did this thing," and then he had to go to court and everything. Uh, and after like a year, they were like, "Oh, I guess you didn't do that thing." And
You're
they're like,
such a citizen.
they were like, "But we're still gonna move you somewhere else."
Yeah.
And the crazy part is this individual that made the claim has a record of making the same type of claim on multiple different people in the past. And like I'm not discrediting that it could have been something legitimate before, but you've seen it happen a couple times where it's not true. Then you start to wonder about the credibility of the other claims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, by doing something like that, it just kind of just fucks it up for the people that have it happen to them for real. So
Yeah. We need to find someone like this and interview them. I don't know how. I don't know where. Maybe you're at a university, right now, Cam? I'm sure there's probably someone there.
I'm in my
But,
my temporary abode.
yeah. I'm sure you can find someone. Just walk with the mic, just put it in people's faces, and see what they gotta say.
It's oddly broad, no, Cam. I mean, isn't every abode temporary?
Well, I mean, there's permanent
I
abodes.
mean, I mean, a 6x6x3 hole in the ground, I guess, is your permanent abode, isn't it? If you're so lucky to get one, I mean,
Yeah.
cornfield in Indiana's not as nice, but depending on how you play your cards, you could be laying face down in a cornfield.
Yeah. Why is it so expensive to die? I mean, not for you, obviously, but like, for all your family.
I was
I
like, I
think-
don't know. I feel like in our job, it's almost encouraged to die.
Yeah. I'm guessing, like, don't your guys' family, don't they get a payout or some shit? Like, oh, your son died. Womp womp, here's $5,000. Please don't be too upset. He died
It's actually
patriotic.
500. It's actually $500,000 now.
Oh shit, dude. No, fam, please fucking kill yourself. I need money.
Yeah, I'll put you in next time. Every once in a while we gotta update it and like say where the money goes to.
Oh, okay. That's good. How do you think your family would react? Like, they're obviously very upset for the
Yeah.
most part that you died, but
I
they
mean-
know at least I'll have some money coming my way to help me ease the heartache, and then they just see that like $475,000 of it just goes to fucking me of all people.
Right. I mean, it would have to be bittersweet, right? You're like, well, I mean, no matter what happened, I still got some money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this guy died. I mean, yeah, like you said, womp womp, right? But
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
even if you got $5,000, you're like, well, it's 5,000 more than I had when he was alive. So
Yeah.
maybe him dying isn't such a bad thing.
That's
Yeah.
money. There's literal blood money, right? So you can't complain about it.
Mm.
Oh, I wish I
Yeah,
got more of
there's
his
blood.
death money. If I give
Ungrateful
someone
mother-
$1.50 out of that fund, like, what are they going to be upset? They can't be.
I would be.
I would rather have nothing than that $1.50.
I would know you're to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Next
Why
time I
don't fuck
update it,
you
I'm giving
again?
you each 75 cents.
Fuck you.
Now the question is it taxed?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's another thing, right? Are they going to get like 65 cents? Or are they going to get 15 cents? Like, what kind of tax do they put on that?
Probably a good old 30% tax, so you get what fucking
Even in death, you're expected to pay taxes. That's amazing.
yeah. Why would death stop?
Naturally.
Yeah. There's no reason for it to stop.
And you can't say it's taxation without representation. You're dead. So
Yeah. Nobody's representing you at that point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't need representation. You don't exist. And they just take as much as they want. They're like, oh, it's a 99% death tax. So here's your $1,000. Split up, 18 ways or whatever have you. So you can enjoy your $1.95 after you get it. I'm sure they probably tax the lump sum and then tax the individual at the end of the
Yeah,
year when they
because there's a splitting tax too, because it had to go through their systems.
right. And then there's probably some like some sort of service fee, to direct deposit
Yeah.
that money. And
You have to call
there's
them up
probably,
like, hey, I need.
lawyer fees, and chaplain fee.
You don't even you're in the negatives at that point. But I mean, you know, you're paying for the death of your, child, so I don't know. I mean, the reason why it's so expensive is because I mean, a lot of it is they know how to exploit it, right? They're in grief, so they're gonna be fucking like telling the person this is what they would have wanted. This nice ass coffin.
Yeah, as if, they knew them personally.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you could do this velvet fucking like quartz casket, or you could do this like, small little cheap one.
I'm
You know.
just I'm just gonna get galvanized square steel, eco-friendly wood veneers, bar expansion screws for my aunt, and make a casket.
Shut
Fuck
the
yeah.
fuck up. I've heard. I don't know like what that is, but I've heard people mention. I don't know what it is.
It's this guy who's
Oh.
expanding like 2x2 apartments.
All right.
But yeah, I mean,
For
it's
the record, his name is Little John.
all right.
Don't bag on my boy, all right? He's illegally expanding a 1/1000th of a square meter apartment into something livable for him and his 18 kids.
They have
I
like
can't
a
imagine having
toilet and a
kids. I would love 18 cats, but
You would love 18 cats.
I would hate it. But like, if that was my full-time job, take care of 18 cats, I would rather take care of 18 cats than 18 kids.
Yeah, that's fair. I would too.
I would rather not have either.
No,
Taking
you're
care
If you
not
had
Taking
the
care of
worst sibling.
18 living beings at once.
Yeah, you have to choose which ones though. All right, would you rather have 18 boys or 18 girls?
That wasn't the question.
It is now.
18 girls.
Why is that?
That's 18 OnlyFans accounts that I can manage. That's a lot of money.
So I manage, right? What do you how do you manage that? I need to ask.
I'm not entirely sure what all goes into it, but I'd imagine I'd set like prices and stuff like that.
You'd set the prices all right. This begs the question. If you're setting prices, you have to know how valuable the content is.
Flat rate.
All right.
No, I see where you're going in with that. No, flat rate. That's freaky. Yeah, I'm not. No.
All right, but what about for the first 17 years? What you just gonna be like the perfect
Yeah, I'll be a great father for 17 years, and in that 18th year, I'll be like, hey, you've had 17 years of good living. Now it's time to start paying back.
now it's prostitute time, basically.
Yeah. You're just gonna be.
It'll be their idea. It'll be their idea. I'm not gonna force them into it.
No, you
Okay,
have to be their
sounds good.
pimp.
I'm gonna be like, hey, listen. Like I'm talking, you've been 18 for 20 seconds. You either get the fuck out or you do this little side job for me.
for me.
So they have a choice.
You know what?
They have a choice.
Yeah, the money goes.
I mean, yeah, the money goes to me.
Yeah,
They don't need it. They're not paying rent. They're living in my house.
Yeah, who's paying
What
for
if they don't want to live with you anymore?
Then get the fuck out.
Then they can leave. They're gonna start an OnlyFans anyways, probably because it's a societal norm. But I'm just not taking the overhead fee.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I'm gonna try this, right? So do they have to all like
on.
survive? Do they have to all be living by the end of?
Yeah, you have to. Yep, you have to maintain and take care of 18 humans.
Okay, so I would host a cage match. I would do 18 boys, and then the last one standing. I'd take care of the rest of them. They're all living a normal life. And the last one, like the strongest male, I'm gonna put in like a confined room and then convince them that they're, they have powers and they're stronger than everyone else. I'm gonna like give them like a Truman show mindset with like a little bit of Homelander in there,
Hmm.
and they're just gonna be just a social experiment.
You sound like a great parent.
You said it was a job to pay to look after these 18 people. You never said I was their parent.
No, you're the biological father of all of them.
And it's just me. The mom left.
Yeah, mom's gone. Her brother died.
Well, good. That's
So
more money for me.
She had to leave.
Yeah. All right, so you're just creating fucking sociopath serial killers.
Well,
And then
one.
we have
The rest are normal.
one okay. All right. One ultimate sociopath.
Yeah.
Then we have the economic answer. Molly, what about you? 18 boys or 18 girls?
Girls.
Why?
Feet
feel like-
finder. There you go.
Yeah, like mother, like daughter, right?
Yeah, people want to pay for these.
Wait, we
Wait,
don't know that. We
are
haven't
you
tried it
suggesting a crochet sweatshop?
yet. Hey, there you go.
Hey,
Perfect.
you know what? That's not a bad idea. You don't have the exploitation portion of it. There's no like moral gray area part. It's just sweatshop work.
Yeah, we're
Good,
you know,
honest sweatshop work.
It's a family business.
Yeah,
yeah, that's how you say it.
it's good.
They're just putting together microprocessors in my garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna fight China somehow.
Family business. Yeah. Exactly.
What about you, Carter?
I'd be like Dutch Vanderlyn. All right, I'd go with 18 boys, and I'd raise them to be I'd have like 2 kids walk into a gas station, distract the attendant, and 7 other kids just like run in the back and steal shit. I'd try and see like how long I could direct a group of 18. Well, all right, for the first couple of years, obviously, I have to like baby them and take care of them and do all that shit. But I'm just gonna, we're gonna be a family of criminals. What I say goes. Do as I say, not as I do.
I mean, one of them's gonna get tuberculosis anyways. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll go to shit anyway. But like, I'll have a prodigy or two out of 18 kids. Yeah,
You're just gonna raise a posse.
one of them will be worthwhile.
I'm kind of glad you put that in the chat. They're really marketing the crap out of this Hawk Tua thing.
Yeah,
I'm
they are.
on Facebook. I'm seeing so many fucking things
I
for
think
it.
I think it's fantastic personally.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
But if I was her, I would have copyrighted that
Yeah, she's missing out.
Yeah.
because this is a lot of royalty she's missing out on. It gained so much traction, she'd have been a millionaire by now, for sure.
Yeah,
I
Molly,
mean,
do you know what we're talking about?
I do not.
I'll pull up the video.
Hawk Tua.
I think it was. It's on fucking Joe Rogan already. The fuck.
He's quicker than us.
This was on TikTok. How do I get sound? Continue.
That makes a man go crazy every time.
Right now, how do I start it over? Holy shit, Instagram sucks. Alright.
In bed, that makes a man go crazy every time. And you just
Yeah, that clip, it's never. I'm seeing so much fucking merch on Facebook Marketplace. People just making like aftermarket shit. It's viral. It's blowing up. People are trying to find out who she is, but it's not people aren't having an easy time. Apparently,
From what I've seen, they already found her.
nice.
Um,
That's great. You have no anonymity online. If you go
she
viral,
she
like
tried to delete a bunch of stuff and hide, but I guess they found her. Uh, she's been trying to lay low.
power of the internet is
It's a
all I ever
wonderful
think of
thing.
is just like Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, people fucking with Shia LaBeouf on 4chan.
Yeah, yeah.
That is amazing. Still, for Molly, what's your favorite thing the internet has ever achieved?
Uh, okay, so I'm looking at the chat earlier. Are these? Has it not rendered yet, or is this just literally a blue rectangle, a green
We were talking about
rectangle?
favorite colors earlier.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that like my computer wasn't being stupid. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
Tracy,
confused.
what's your favorite color?
Uh, so if you guys would be, I can go ahead and do it actually. I will pull up the exact color.
Hell yeah.
That.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen yeah, I feel like I've seen that in person before. It's not bad.
What's
It looks
the
good.
name of that color?
I
Blue.
don't know. I
It's like
just
baby blue.
It's blue.
oh. Is that for the viewers?
Yeah, I guess.
I
I mean,
guess yeah.
I was just wondering.
I literally went into Google and Googled 2022 Ford Mustang,
Grabber
and
blue.
that's the color that comes.
What'd you say it
I'm
was?
seeing grabber blue.
Grabber blue.
Grabber blue. Okay.
Grabber?
Grabber.
Rather.
It's a
TH?
bit
Gripper blue.
grab. Grabber. Grabber.
Gripper, same thing.
Grippy blue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is it blue?
That'd be grippy green. That's my second favorite color of green.
Grippy green. Is that what this is? This BMW or whatever this is up here.
That's
This
interesting.
BMW. Yeah.
I can't tell.
No,
I
it
can't
is. You're right. I was
Okay.
sorry
Yeah, it's
for making fun.
it's British racing green.
You know,
It
that's
just
a
goes
pretty
well with any
close.
car.
That's a pretty close color match right there.
That's good. I feel like I'm learning more about you every time I speak to you. Your favorite color is like blue of all things.
I know what a bot color to
Hey.
enjoy.
Your favorite color is not purple. You're not cool.
Purple is my second favorite color. I do find that it complements a lot of
Yeah.
things.
It's too close to pink.
Pink is acceptable in its own right. The silence is loud.
I like pink. It goes well every now and then.
Pink is a
No.
great.
See, yeah, that's the only exception to that because I see that and I completely ignore the color of the car and I only focus on the color of the person driving.
It just looks like the Thanos mobile.
No, it looks like something that yeah, a very select group of individuals are driving that particular vehicle.
Is that why you joined? Is that what you told the recruiter? This is my dream, sir. I will achieve.
No. Everybody that I've ever met that drives one of these, that either is this color or some variant, they're all the same.
Yeah.
And No Cam knows that I don't like those kinds of people. I actually I have a nickname at in one of the offices. I'm called Hellcat Hater.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
It's a good name. I like it.
I mean, it's a
there's
decent
a
vehicle. It's just I've seen too many of them now, and I just don't like them. They're just boring.
it's not the vehicle itself. It's I got called Hellcat Hater because of a
People that drive
statement that was racially backed that I made. It
Yeah.
yeah. I never retracted the statement, not once. I stood on all 10 toes after I made that comment. So
Mr.
maybe
Stand
that's
Up.
why I'm still here. I
Yeah,
opened the business and I stood on it. So
you're in charge of like the entire base over there, aren't you?
oh
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
You should wake up at
I'm
3 a.m. Just fucking yell at NoCam to get his ass moving and just start making him run laps.
you know what's funny is we had the day off on
Yeah.
was that Friday, and I
Yeah.
actually was banging on his door at like 5 something in the morning.
Yeah.
I ended up because I have access to almost all the rooms in the building,
Mhm.
and so I actually let myself in.
Ooh, him
Yeah.
sleeping? Was he a cute sleeper?
See, I had the decency to not go into his like individual room. I went into the common area in the room and
Okay.
banged, and I was knocking on his interior door because he's an adult. He could be stretching weird things in there.
Yeah, you never know what someone's up to.
All right. Yeah.
You
That
know,
tripped me out. Just like hearing the knock on that door, and then seeing that other guy behind you too.
I just spawned in.
Invasion.
Just
Invasion.
spawned
What
in.
about-
Oh, that doesn't exist. My title, the nature of that specific title that I have, invasion of privacy is non-existent. It's actually in the doctrine that I can go into anyone's room with or without them present, with or without their permission for any reason at all.
Damn.
I'm excited to get that title.
With the he'll be taking over for me. The only exception is females. You do have to have another individual present when you go into a female's room, which is fair.
Which is a
I'm
good
not
thing because
griping
of what
about
we were
that.
talking about earlier.
I actually prefer it. Right, I prefer it because it's like insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds bad. It's not. It's not like insurance. Like, make sure I don't act up in here. It's insurance. Like, you saw what happened and you know nothing happened.
Two men are
So if
inside
that
your room,
individual decides to say,
right?
"Hey," I go. I do. I'm extra with it. I leave the door open. Like, I make sure that I let the desk and the main lobby know that I'm going into a female's room,
Yeah.
so that they can like watch the camera. I leave the door open. I don't even step foot into their individual room. I stay in the common area unless I really have to go into their individual room.
Yeah.
Even then, like, if they are present, I won't even go into their individual room if they're standing in it, unless I absolutely have to. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, get away from me. If I
No, it's
bump
you
into you,
have
my career is over.
you get like another tall male to go with you, and then you shut the door, and then you both just like stand at the door, and then it's insurance that she
Right.
won't say no
Al-
because
al-
of the implication.
almost, right. Almost implying that, right. It's not. You're not saying there's no way out. It's an implication. It could be implied that there's no escape. I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
Not that you would try to escape. She
Of
wouldn't because of
course
the
not.
implication.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pressure you because I outrank you. You know, that's insane.
Of course not.
But
What?
Sound very confused. Very. I'll use my right to get what I want. What are you, like a sergeant major? Isn't that what you are?
Yeah. So I'm actually a master chief.
Oh shit! Damn, how long did that
Yeah.
take?
So when I deployed with the Delta SEALs,
Mhm.
I actually got a battlefield promotion, and
Like kind of
that's
like
how.
a bravery type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I killed like 76 people in this house.
You actually got a
It
ribbon
was
for
it
that
was
because of the 1776
I
kills.
did, yeah.
It's like it's just
Yeah.
if you get 76 kills or more, you get a ribbon.
So
That's the
you
freedom
do,
number.
yeah. Yeah, it's a freedom fighter ribbon thing. It's really no, yeah, that I feel like one day somebody's gonna hear this and the toes are gonna curl and I'm gonna get a phone call like, who the fuck you what the what? No, so I occupy the 5th enlisted rank.
Mhm.
We'll put it that way.
Okay.
So I'm like to put it blatantly, I'm like Lord of the Flies.
Okay.
King shit of fuck mountain, I guess, if you will.
Sounds like a good title.
Doesn't mean much. It's just more work. Oh,
You get paid more, right?
yeah, yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, shit. They increased this pay. They're gonna be making no cam will be making just a ball hair less than me at that point.
Well, that's not if I'm, at
Hell
that
yeah.
point.
So
It's going to be the end of the year. But I think they
yeah,
actually
see, they've
changed that. I don't
already.
think that's going to be the case anymore. I think they just brought it back down to 1 to 2% because I think they denied it.
Oh, well, I'm obligated to say that's horrible. You know,
It's
uh,
actually half black.
I think there should be
that's
more of a pay
awful.
gap.
You know,
There should be an incentive to want to promote.
I I think they should definitely incentivize it. In addition to doing that additional duty that they really love to do over there in our line of work. There is zero incentive to do it whatsoever, except like word of mouth favors is like all you
Yeah.
get out of it. But it's so much extra bullshit for nothing. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
sounds good.
it's the safety of people, and you get people that are getting forced into it because their boss said so.
You gonna let another grown man tell you what to do? That doesn't sound very scary to me.
I mean, everyone does, right?
It,
You have a manager.
No. No,
no. He wouldn't do that. He'd punch a drill sergeant in the face, dude. That's why
Okay.
he didn't join. 'Cause yeah,
he knows who I am. He knows don't fuck with me. I mean business.
exactly.
He looks
Nah,
your way.
it's on site. You know,
I'm the drill sergeant. All right.
Yeah, if the drill sergeant looks your way, he literally just pisses himself right then and there.
I just I mean, I'll sip the Kool-Aid a little bit, if you will. It's not for everybody.
I can
Uh,
imagine.
it's not. This is gonna make me like gag, but it isn't a job. It's a lifestyle. I can't believe I said that. That's crazy, but it really is.
Kind of get it. Yeah, the job becomes your life. Yeah.
I mean, your life is the job, and the job is your life. So
Yeah.
you
No, I get.
you
I
wake
mean,
up. You wake up because the job told you to. You take a shit when the job tells you you can take a shit.
yeah,
You
I mean,
it's
yeah.
cool.
you take care of grown men because the job told you to take care of other grown men.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean,
also
granted,
like,
they're children still,
yeah.
but
you like live at your job
It,
unless you know you have other
yeah, if they make it
circumstances.
really
But
hard to get separation from it, but I would love to get distance from my work. That's why this vacation is going to be nice. But
Where's
unfortunately, we're going camping, so I get to pretty much just
what's it with you guys in
experience a.
Get it?
Hmm?
you get to
What is it with you
relive.
guys in camping?
You get to relive the experiences that you normally do at work, just with alcohol.
Yeah.
That's not too bad then. Makes
I mean,
it
that's all I do when I camp is I just drink, and then people ask me if I killed anybody. I'm like, you know I haven't.
Like fuck yeah, I
So
did.
why are you asking that?
There's a man in the woods.
The only thing I've ever fucking killed is my brain cells. All right, and that sentence is applicable to 95% of the military.
Yeah. Do you guys do whippets?
If anybody calls you and tries to argue that fact, you tell them to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get on a soapbox for like 15 seconds. Poland, Romania, Germany, Italy, not deployments, are in our like rotation. So anybody listening can shut the fuck up.
I
And
can fully
no, I
agree
haven't
with
done a
that.
whippet yet. So
I
Yeah.
don't do whippets.
I suppose yeah. We'll have a fun time tomorrow.
yep.
I'm gonna make you do a lot of things. Snow
That's
camp. You're gonna enjoy
most
all of them.
stupid. Yeah, I already got my drug test out of the way. They're definitely not gonna do one when I come back. Definitely not.
That's good.
Well, I mean, they don't test for whippets anyways. What do-
I was
How do you
he
test
brought up
for a
other
whippet?
substances, so that's why I said that.
Oh, I mean, hey, whatever. But like, the idea of a whippet is it just deprives your brain of oxygen. It is like the how do you
Would I get the
test for that? Like,
same
oh, you don't have enough
what
oxygen, in your blood, buddy. You failed.
would I get the same effect if I just suffocated myself in a pillow?
So that actually that goes into part of like why autoerotic asphyxiation is a thing. You get that you okay, this is going to sound like I do this. I don't, but I did do some research into it because I was curious on why people do it. It was because, you know, you reach a point, it's the same thing as drowning, right? You reach a point where you have enough oxygen deprivation that you reach like a euphoric state. Well, if you're already putting yourself in a euphoric state doing other things, then you depriving your brain of oxygen on top of that is going to create like a multi-layered state of euphoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just
You guys ever
pinch the
wonder what
blood
the
vessels. What's that?
Never mind.
That was a weird statement, dog.
I mean that's what it
I
is.
was gonna say so.
Blood vessels to you know what? I don't want to know.
No, I was gonna ask. Do you guys ever wonder about like what the euphoria is like of hitting a crack pipe? Because the show I've been watching, it's about like the cocaine sales in America in 1980 and how cocaine got turned into crack. Crack was cheaper. It spread itself throughout more poorer communities. It was more effective. You could, it was a bigger dose, cheaper. You guys were never curious, are never curious. Like, I wonder how good it is.
No, I'd met a few people that had smoked crack before. They said it tastes horrible.
I'm
It's
sure.
like it's like inhaling Windex, but like 10 times stronger. So I was like, I'm good.
That's so much better anti-drug talk than like saying drugs are uncool. It's just it tastes like Windex. Like no
It
one.
just tastes like really, really strong Windex. I'm like, I've smelled Windex. I don't really want to taste that
So
at
it's like
10 times
ammonia
strength.
almost.
That's what they said. Obviously they're smoking crack, so they're not, making the best decisions, and their brain's probably not all in one piece. It's probably got a bunch of holes in it, anyways. So whatever. I mean, chances are, if you're smoking a lot of crack, you've probably been around a lot of Windex too.
Yeah.
Drinking it or
Well, I don't
using
want
it
to try a
as.
lot. Like I want like the Dennis and D. They did it like one time. I just want like a one time experience with it.
You
I don't
really
like the
got hooked
Windex.
on it.
They got addicted to crack though.
Yeah,
They got hooked on it. And that was a good episode. That was pretty
was
funny.
can I get one?
Can I get one?
Yeah.
See,
One.
you put this little clip of Jesse Pinkman floating out of his bed after he shoots up heroin. Heroin's
I heard. Yeah.
it's a scary one. I
Curious too. No.
I actually had my cousin OD for the 4th time on fentanyl.
Goddamn.
Still alive somehow.
Fucking.
Um,
After
I,
second time, if you get the message.
I'm gonna be real. She's dead to me. She
Yeah.
was dead to me after the second one. Everybody in my family's acting all like surprised. I'm like, dude, overdosing on fentanyl a second time, and you're surprised by that,
Yeah.
and then you're acting like the 3rd and 4th time are a shock.
Yeah.
I'm like,
After.
one day Narcan's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah. Luck's gonna run out with that. Yeah.
I'm not going to that funeral.
Yeah. That's
Fuck
great.
that.
That's a scary.
Well, unless they could put out this like really weird message thing, and then I'm like required to go to it or whatever. But whatever. Yeah.
That's good anti-drug reduction tips for any aspiring users out there. If you're getting something from a dealer, ask them to take it with you, like right away. Like if you're in your fucking vehicle and they walk up to you, hey, take some with me right now. Otherwise, I'm not buying it. To see how they react. That's the best piece of advice I've
But
heard.
they found her. So she overdosed probably like 2 months ago, and then overdosed last week, I think it was. Both times, this last time was because she had crack laced with fentanyl.
Goddamn.
Um,
There,
and
Joe.
then
Cups.
they found her fent folded in her car in her mother's driveway. And then they found additional pure fentanyl in the glove box. I was like, that's crazy. It's like, for anybody that doesn't know, fentanyl, it takes like, if you were to coat the tip of your pinky in fentanyl,
Isn't that?
and then consume that, that's enough to kill you.
Yeah.
So,
What the fuck? I know it has like some medical uses. I'm sure it's like
it's, I think it has similar uses to like ketamine or
okay.
morphine.
Morphine sounds right to
I
me.
wouldn't quote myself on that, but I'm pretty sure it's got similar uses as ketamine and morphine.
Okay. I'm gonna say that sounds
Which
right.
I mean, shit. If I broke both of my femurs
Yeah. You
and
want
you
some
give
of
me
that.
fentanyl, I mean that's probably gonna feel a little bit better than 2 broken femurs.
Give me a little bit of the good stuff, yeah.
You
I
know,
wish the days of when like they're gonna cut something, they're gonna cut like coke instead of fen, they just put like drywall in that shit.
I know, or like powdered sugar, or they put like salt in it.
Yeah,
Like like if you're gonna be a prick, don't what fentanyl's so expensive. Why
yeah,
are you cutting stuff with fentanyl? Like you should be cutting it with like I mean shit, you could use meth and that's going to be infinitely cheaper than fentanyl is. You could
yeah,
crush up Tylenol and put it in there and it's going to be way cheaper than fentanyl is. What do
yeah.
you why are you getting it's like you're trying to kill people at this point by putting fentanyl and crack. Like what are we doing? Crack's an upper, fentanyl's a downer. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we mixing these two together?
I don't know.
Like there's so many levels that it's just doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh wait a minute. Okay. Oh shit, that's real easy. Um, Crack is made by the mixture of hydrochloride and ammonia or baking soda with water.
Oh,
Heated to
that
the
would explain why it tastes like Windex. It's got the ammonia.
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn. Breaking Bad inspired. Yeah, it probably didn't inspire anyone to learn how to cook this shit. It's complicated. I'm sure. Well, actually, maybe not making crack. Seems honestly
Uh,
pretty. But if you want to be like
yeah.
a fucking, if you want to be the artist, you want to cook the bullshit. No, you can be a
Well, I
fucking.
mean, they don't call it shake and bake for nothing. Like that's some pretty crude
Yeah,
way
I've,
to make
I've
shit.
heard.
Shake it up in a 2-liter bottle, and you have something that
Yeah,
does the trick.
there's something charming about like I don't know how to phrase this ghetto ways of taking substances, like Gravity Bong, just a 2-liter soda bottle cut in half, or smoking out of an apple. It's stupid. It's really low effort, but it's also like, oh, I'm so quirky.
You know, and I think social media and the Chinese spy app have kind of glorified that stuff. They're like, hey, I'm gonna fashion this carrot into a pipe.
We have different for
Like,
you page. I haven't seen
I
any.
mean, that was a very old For You page that I'd had. Mine now is geez, I don't even. Let me look really quick. Let me see what my For You page is.
Imagine you see someone at a party and they're just they're doing this. Like it's it's kind of sad. It's
A
just I
waste.
can't take
A
someone that
waste of
does that
food.
serious. It's a waste of
We
food.
got
It's stupid.
baseball, blue collar stuff, mill talk, uh, and then Rainbow Six Siege stuff. That checks out. Helldivers hasn't quite made it on there yet,
Okay.
but I'm sure in due time it will.
The fuck was that?
I clipped a random part of the
That-
femur breaker video. He was talking about femurs
Okay.
earlier.
that's a little late to the game, don't you think?
Look, it takes time to go look something up and download it, right?
What the Sigma?
Jesus Christ.
Soundboards. I didn't get a chance to see what's another thing y'all want to talk
Man, I don't fucking know.
Oh,
I saw Mount Rushmore.
mean-
It was underwhelming.
all right.
I mean, that's about it. I couldn't really park up there. It's $250 fine for commercial vehicles. So just snapped a photo while driving up the hill and called it good.
about? Yeah, I'd like to see Mount Rushmore one day.
Military members get free parking, so
Oh, they get into all national parks and historical monument type things for free.
that's stupid. So I should get in for free.
I was like, oh, gee, thanks. 'Cause, I go to all those things all the time.
Yeah. No, but that 10% off at Applebee's though. You'd be fucking using and abusing.
I mean, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh God. I go to a gun store and first thing I do is I'm like, hey, I don't know if you know this, buddy, but I'm in the military. There's only 2 times that I care or that I want people to know I'm in the military, and that's when I get on the plane first, and when I want a discount. Other than that, I go out of my way to make sure that I don't look like I'm in the military
Yeah.
because I don't want to get bothered about it. I got all the way over here to Idaho and I saw somebody get off the plane that had a hat that's the same exact organization that NoCam and I work at. Right. Granted, this guy was much older, so he'd worked there in the past, but I just saw that and I was like, I can't get away from it.
Yeah, that happened last
It's
time
like
I was on
breaking
leave. I saw a flag of it.
everywhere.
You know, the same exact flag that's in the place we work out in. The
Yeah.
and it was just in somebody's apartment window.
It's bad, you know.
It's
I
everywhere I go.
I landed, and the airfield shares their airfield with the Idaho Air National Guard. So there was like 12 A-10s, and there ended up being 2 C-17 Globemaster 3s over there that I got to see, and I was like, this is such a bullshit experience. It's the first thing I see when I get back. Like I just hit the runway, and I get to see that shit. I'm like, that's awesome.
I still can't
But
believe you're from fucking Idaho of all places. I don't believe that. It's weird.
yeah, it's a real NPC kind of location to be from. Oh, actually, I did see this extremely cringy activity. Um, so I'm sitting at the Denver airport. That's where my layover was, and I see this guy. He comes over. He has a hat on that represents one of the universities in Idaho. Um, and then I look at his shirt, and it's a grunt style T-shirt, and I was like, oh dear God. And then
That's
I
your
look at
future.
his jeans, and they're like standard blue jeans. And then I look at his boots, and he's got the Oakley, or he's got the Garmonts on
Oh.
with the, and I was like, what? And then he's got the Pit Vipers on his hat, and I'm sure he'd have wore his dog tags too if he had them on him. I don't know if he did or not. But the crazy part is this guy looks like he would have been like a 6.
Those boots
You
don't go
know,
good with anything. Stop wearing them in
no.
Yeah.
fucking
Why are
civilians.
you like, dude? I got slippers at the airport and put those on. That's what I did. Like, I'm not stop
Yeah.
wearing that shit out and around. Okay,
Yeah.
grunt style stuff at this point is designed to snitch out service members in public, and is for the people that want to act like they're patriotic up front, but don't give a shit deep down, kind of thing. I think it's all. I mean, hey, whatever. But I see somebody wearing that kind of stuff, and I'm like, you are what's wrong with the world, man.
Yeah. There was
How you?
there's a
No,
time
go
I
ahead.
was yeah. Yeah, it was the last time I was on leave. I was talking to these two individuals here, and somebody walked up to me, and then I guess it was kind of a big deal that I showed up out of nowhere to surprise my sister. So it was just some random staff member who was like asking me, you know, what where I was or whatever the fuck. And then I was like, all right. I like told them where I was, stationed, what I'm doing, whatever. Normal talk. And then this guy behind me, out of nowhere, while I was talking, well, I already changed this conversation and I'm talking to my friends and they're just kind of like puts themselves there. And I served in the army too.
Self glazing is crazy.
Yeah, I had no idea what to say, so I was like, okay. And then I just
Yeah.
turned away.
Did I tell you that story when I went home for Christmas that one year, and they thought that I was gonna miss my my connecting flight.
Maybe not.
We're flying into SeaTac, Seattle. For anyone that doesn't know what SeaTac is, and if anybody has ever flown into SeaTac before, it's a turbulence nightmare. So they had to divert and basically racetrack, come back around and try it again because the turbulence was too bad for them to land the first time. And big place like SeaTac, right? You don't just hit a loop and then you're right back in. There's a queue for planes trying to land, right? So you got to go all the way back and get back in line. So it's another hour. You got to wait before you can land, and I land, and I was kind of worried about my next flight that was going to get me the rest of the way home, and this flight attendant comes over and she's like, "Hey, you're the only one that has a connecting flight. I was going to, I'm just going to make an announcement and ask everyone to stay seated so that you can get up and just get off the plane first so you can get to your next flight." And I was like, I would appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Because I don't know where my next gate's at yet.
Right.
And so, God bless this woman, right? The plane lands. We get over to the gate. And she gets on the little intercom and she's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce that we have an active duty service member on board with us." Mind you, she didn't tell me that she was going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how she knew. I didn't say it. They must have some sort of computer system or something that tells them that. I don't know. So she said there's an active duty service member that's trying to go home and see his family. Um, he needs to make it to his next flight. So if you could all just stay seated and thank him, she said this word for word, thank him for his service as he goes past you.
Jesus.
Right. And so this is I fly red eye, right? Because it's cheap. So it's like 2:15 in the morning. I'd been up for like the last 28-ish hours. I'm all grubby. I'm angry. I'm tired. I'm almost there, but not quite. And now I've got to sit there and shake hands and shit. And mind you, I sit in the back of the plane. Like
Right.
so,
It's
I got to
cheaper.
walk down this whole plane worth of people clapping, and I just was disgusted. That was the only time I'd say I was embarrassed, like
Yeah.
genuinely embarrassed. Uh, was that because I like I'm sure some people would like glaze the fuck out of themselves doing that, but I'm sitting here and people are like, "Yo, thank you, go see your family," and I was like, I haven't done shit for you. Like
And
my
for you.
service is me stuffing zins in my face at 6:30 in the morning, and then doing as much work in as short a period of time as I can so that I can go home and
Yeah.
drink. Like that's my service, and that's a lot of people's service.
Yeah.
I'm not
I mean, that's
saying
mine.
that if I had to go do some real stuff, I wouldn't. I would, right? That's what I signed up to do. But like for these people to be like absolutely glazing me as I'm getting off this plane, you feel guilty.
Yeah.
I felt guilty.
Yeah. Whenever I hear
I was
that,
like,
I end
damn,
up.
if there's any like legitimate veterans on this plane, dude, that's like I don't know if there are, but I was like, if there's even one, I'm like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like this is
I
gross.
mean, it's the same, right?
And then
If it
oh, go ahead.
if there was like a legitimate veteran, they'd probably like have some understanding of like, all right, that's kind of funny that happened
I
to
mean,
him.
yeah, they would have seen my face. Yeah, I mean, everybody that's not like a self-righteous prick gets it. Like you go out into the civilian area and you don't want to get recognized. You don't want to talk about it. You just want to be a normal person, believe it or not. Like you spend your entire like every day like existing in that world you go home, and that's supposed to be like the 2 weeks that you just are a normal person, you know. And then,
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean,
said,
my
I'm not blaming her. She was doing whatever, and she was, you know, it's whatever. But like, you're sitting there, and like, I remember getting goosebumps and like feeling like a rock dropped in my stomach when she said that. I was like, "There's no way.
yeah,
There's no way you just did that." I felt betrayed. I was like,
real
"There's
life
no
nightmare.
way. This was supposed to be our little secret."
Yeah,
Like I didn't even tell her. So like it blindsided me. It came out of nowhere. But here's the other part to that, right? So I grabbed I pack light. I always take one suitcase and then my carry on. And so I took my little carry on backpack out from under the seat, and I get up into the front. I'm shaking hands and shit. And I get off, the pilots are, they shake my hands like thank you. And I was like, you guys actually did something. You didn't slam us into the World Trade Center twice.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. So then I get out and I look at my boarding pass for the next flight. The gate's directly next to the one that I just got off the plane for. And they had delayed it. They delayed that connecting flight because I was late. So I got to go through that whole thing just to walk one gate over and sit down and wait for an hour. So
that's
then I got
awesome.
to watch everybody else get off the plane and walk past me, and the visible confusion on their face when I'm sitting there drinking a Dr. Pepper, watching them all get off the plane
You should
was,
have just stood up and smiled at them smugly.
I yeah, that was disgusting. I didn't like that.
Yeah. I mean, when I hear that,
Yeah.
I just recall the days or like the weeks that we were playing poker. That's my service so far.
Well, I like to take a moment of our time to give a standing ovation to our current members of the military for their service. I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, for yeah.
I mean, I agree with No Cam. Like people say thank you for your service, and it's an immediate flashback to like the most not service related thing that you've done, and you're like, that's the service they're thanking me for. Like I could have had my. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. That would have been a little out of pocket, but I could have. I could have been, like I could have been blacked out at a strip club for the last 2 weeks, and that's the service you're thanking me for? Like, you don't know. It, like, and then you have to just sit there and be like, it's like this running joke, It's like you're not going to correct them. You're not going to be like, I ain't do anything. You're just going to say, like, thank you for your support, or
Yeah.
thank you, or,
Thanks for paying your taxes.
something like that. Yeah, or something like that. You're not going to sit there and be like, well, I mean, I really haven't done it. I haven't done anything for you. I didn't serve. And you just sit there, like, because even if you tell them that, they're like, no, 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 it's not we don't care if you did that. It's what you're doing all the time. You're always ready to do something. Like, all right, how is it that you are so like cum drunk off of this that you're lying to yourself? Like society's,
I mean, I guess
hey, whatever,
technically
be
any man is,
patriotic.
right? Any man is technically ready to go, if they enact the draft again.
I mean, yeah, 18 and up, baby. Your name's on the
Yeah.
paper. You're ready to go. So we thank them for their service. Like just like Homelander said, right? They're the real heroes.
Yeah.
Those I don't know I'm a draftee yet, but I will be.
Yeah. No, it's good. I'll have a fun time with it.
It'll be great. I guess I was on another soapbox for a while there, but
No, it was good. It was interesting.
who knows? Maybe people don't get on soapboxes about that stuff, and I could say I feel like most of the people feel the same way. Maybe Maybe it's just a select few that do. Maybe there's people that I know there's people that would go into the airport and be like, suck my cock, I'm him, knowing good and goddamn well that they're a cook,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Or like just got out of basic on their way to work on computers.
Yeah, something random like that.
But yeah,
It's just great. I guess Landshark never got a hold of you, did they?
here, hold on. I actually do have a slight update. It's slightly confusing. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up my email real quick.
I mean, to be fair, the email that you sent them was equally confusing, I suppose.
No, it's a fine email. I don't know what you're talking about. I will continue to use it as my professional email, and people continue to respect it. All right.
Hey, it's not the email itself that I'm concerned with. It's the
the
it was
message that
the
I sent.
contents of the email that you sent.
Here, let me.
But they sent you something back?
Yeah, they sent something. It was confusing. It was the name of the email is "Did we get it right?" It is our goal to make sure every experience you have with Landshark Lager is a positive one. One of our 10 guiding principles are we are never satisfied with our results. Pushes us to find new ways to improve our service to you. Your feedback is important in helping achieve that goal. Please answer a few questions about your experience outlined below. Date open, like I got a ticket number and everything. The consumer would like to find Landshark in their area. And it's just asking me to rate my experience. Like they've already helped me.
Oh, so they just spawned Landshark in your area is what they did?
Yeah. So I'm just assuming that it's gonna come to the area now. I guess they just like forgot about
Well,
that map.
wouldn't it be that easy? Like, wouldn't that be that easy?
If only it was.
I mean, I was ready to buy a pallet of Landshark and have it delivered to my dwelling over here in Idaho, just so they could experience Landshark.
I guess I'll just have to come down there.
They're doing is drinking shitty craft beer that everybody swears is the best. Like let's be real, it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Craft beer can be
You
good,
threw hot,
but
not these guys, dude. Everybody thinks that they're over here Walter Whiting the shit out of this beer, and they're just not. They're
yeah.
over here throwing hops in water, letting it fucking mold over, and then they're like, "Drink this, it's great. Trust me." Like, this literally tastes like you shit in a bottle. He heated it up and then pulled the actual turd out and then just gave me what was left.
And that's where the brown discoloration comes from. So
Right, in case you didn't know, that's why beer looks like that.
well,
I
that's
did
why
not
that
know
beer
that.
looks like that.
Right. Landshark is different.
Like a gold
Land-
color is typically good, but if it's like dark,
Landshark is what happens when you like literally put like Zeus on a milking table and bottle it. That's what Landshark is.
It's the manliest cum ever. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's. I mean, for a lack of better term, it's perfect. That's absolutely perfect, down to the last detail.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna get this part over with here.
It's funny because it's a transition.
Yeah. What's funny about that?
It's a funny joke because we transition into something, but we play a sound every time we do it. to
Look,
signify
all
that
right,
it's
I'm the only one like pioneering new things for this podcast. All right.
Hey, sorry.
Off the self-glazing.
Yeah, I know. Back to self-glazing, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm good for. Oh. Yeah, no, it's shit. All right, it's a
Anyways,
shitty joke. I get it.
You hit the soundboard. What's the topic?
You know, I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
No, what is it? What is it?
No,
It was that.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into
no,
that.
I had a deviation in plans today. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna review these like the research triangle in North Carolina. And I only got to 2 of the colleges because my phone was running out of battery and I kind of just wanted to know how to get home. So that's fine. Duke University just looks boring anyway. It looks like the architecture of like one building probably looks nice. I mean, some other ones kind of look like castle. But I mean,
Yeah.
study spaces probably going to be mid. Yeah. So what I did, I mean, I looked at the first one I looked at was UNC.
What's that?
Okay.
It's University of North Carolina, or it's at North Carolina State University. That's where I found the Space Jam Skibbity
Oh,
toilet.
yeah, Space Jam Skibidi toilet picture.
Yeah, and then yeah,
Which is,
they had good study spaces.
great.
You know, it's kind of that one was kind of like a fun place to explore. You know, different things. Had a really good
Yeah.
like library with a wide variety of different things. It had a wine, the process of making wine book inside their selection of books that they have. Literally a 9-story tall building. Yeah, so that was good. I just looked at the student unions in the libraries, so I couldn't get into anywhere else. Other than that, you could walking space is all right. It's implemented inside the city. And then we have
What
what's that?
No, go ahead.
And then we have
To be honest, I forgot what I was going for halfway through.
oh, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, and then we have University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That one just has like a bunch of liminal spaces, a lot of rooms that I don't think I was technically supposed to go inside, but study spaces are mid. They have a desk with a treadmill on it, which is kind of cool. I don't know why you would do that while you're working, but I guess it helps some people. I couldn't get into that library despite it being like public space, so I'd give that one a fucking like 4 out of 10 just because of that.
Yeah.
Well, you should have went full auditor.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm supposed to get in here. I paid for this.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it should work.
I should have.
Just wear your GoPro and then be overly aggressive, and then as soon as somebody starts showing you any sign of like rebuttal, you just immediately play the victim.
I'd like to see your supervisor.
Look, you guys clown on First Amendment auditors, but they're heroes, all right? They're
Yeah, like the
they're
guy who
icons.
films the fucking like police station just sits there. And he's literally just
It's
waiting
fine.
for confrontation. He's like flexing his Wikipedia
Yeah,
Or
knowledge.
They get pissy.
people are filming military gate like installation gates and causing a ruckus over there.
Yeah.
Like, dude, McDonald's is paying like $15 an hour right, and you're choosing to do this.
Dude, like
Like,
if
who
you get a,
who is paying you to do this? So I
no,
can
it's
go break their neck, man.
no, it's the hope that's fucking dumbass cop, right? Way over escalates this shit so you can sue the fuck out of him. That is the dream. You get up in their face, you demand shit, or you try and incite them to violate your rights unconstitutionally, so you can sue the fuck out of them. It's a good win. You get to piss people off, and there's like a slim chance, depending on your area, that like you get a big payout. Obviously, the worst police station. There should be a fucking app that like rates how shitty or how good police departments are, and you should give it to these First Amendment auditors, right? Because they can just, it's like they can stress test these police departments. See how uh trigger finger itchy they are. How much
Yeah.
they want to jump on a case, make up a case.
I just I don't know. I see that, and I see people that just have too much time on their hands.
I mean, yeah, they probably have a little bit too much time, but
You know,
I
just
still
put
like
them in a labor camp.
I still like the idea. I mean, what's the First Amendment without property?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's there. That's their right. It's just God. Do they have to be so annoying about it?
I mean, yeah, there are classy auditors, like people that are okay. They're just, they're doing their thing. They're not being obnoxious, and then there are other ones that are just, yeah, you guys are going a bit overboard with it. I still,
Let's.
my
It's
favorite
like the
one.
video. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say my favorite ones are the ones where the person that's filming is just completely silent. They don't speak like ever, but they just stare at the person talking to them. They just film the entire thing. They just don't say anything.
I mean, that
It's
one's good.
funny. It's awkward, but it's still it's enjoyable.
I
Ferris,
also find it funny the people that go through the border, and all they have to do is say I'm a U.S. citizen, and then they're like I'm not going to repeat myself, or I already told you, or you don't need to know that. Like, why are
yeah,
you making? What are you doing?
yeah.
You could waste that time doing almost anything else. You chose to use your time to do that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it becomes like a question of like, yeah, you could do that, but I mean,
You can. You are, by all means, you are allowed to do that. But like, why would you want to? What did you think you were gonna get out of
I'm
that?
specifically, yeah, talking about that border.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a couple different instances. There's the guy that's wearing like the weird face mask thing, and there's also the guy that goes through and says that he's a U.S. citizen with his window rolled up, and then rolls the window down, and then says, "I already said it. I'm not saying it again." I'm like, you'll sit here and say all this other stuff, and you just won't repeat. I am a U.S. citizen. It's. I'd like to sit down with one of those individuals and just see where their mind's at.
Well, I mean, it's pretty
See
much,
see what
pretty
they're
much exactly
thinking
that.
about.
I mean, they're just trying to get a big payout. They want someone to
How do you
act
get?
like, some, entitled fuck, who looks down at their vest, like, "Well, I'm a fucking cop," and then,
Yeah,
gets
like
a
they
little
have to
too
remember. They're
excited.
like, I can put a hole in this guy's chest. So let's do it.
And I can turn off my body camera and have my buddies cover for me. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We'll chat with the lady. She said her boyfriend's out of town. I'll chat her up. Yeah,
Lock myself in the back of a
that's so
police
funny.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe if she gives me a little hot tour on the side of the freeway, I'll let
then
her off with a warning.
yeah.
I don't know. I do genuinely wonder what the world was like in the 90s. I was born in 98, so I don't. I mean, I don't consider myself a '90s kid, but I
You're a
would have
90s
liked
baby.
to. I would have liked to seen the way the world was then.
You're born in the
You're so
late
nice.
20th
To now.
century.
Yeah. I turned 26 next month.
Old. Yeah, for 23. Fuck. Turned 23 this year.
Wait till you hit 25, your body shuts down.
That's supposed to be your peak. That's supposed to be like your peak performance.
Yeah.
25.
My brain has never felt smoother than it has at 25.
It's weird because it's supposed to be when your brain fully develops as a male.
Right. I think it regresses at 25.
That's fucked.
I mean, whatever. It's not like bitching about it's gonna make it any better. You know, eventually my
Yeah, it
brain
will.
will just be like, you know what, you don't need your heart to beat anymore. And then my heart's gonna be like, you know what, you're right. And I'm just gonna not wake up. Or I could only hope.
Bitching
But
about it makes everything better. Makes people feel for you.
yeah, like damn it, I'm addicted to nicotine, and it's not my fault.
It's not my fault. It's my parents' fault. They fucked me. Speaking of nicotine, this has gone on. I need to
Yeah.
have a smoke break. All right, I'm fading out of reality with that.
This has gone on long enough.
Does that constitute a? Does that constitute?
What?
Carter goes, I'll smoke.
I said, does it constitute one of those?
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go
Or is that...
do some of that.
Go part B. Fucking hell, I
Holy
can't.
sh! Is
You're
that
gonna
right?
hop in the-
Oh gosh, I forgot I was in a different time zone. I looked at my laptop. It said it's 10:32. I was like, that's insane.
That's my time
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, no, it's 8:32 here. So
Nice.
you know, sun's
Yeah, I
still
don't have
out a
to.
little bit.
I don't have to wake up until 2 tomorrow. So
Is it 2?
You have to wake up at
yeah, 2 or
2?
3.
Fuck that.
Probably.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to drive an hour and a half again.
That's
Right
that's a good
there.
point.
I mean, I don't know where your temporary dwelling is, but
No, it's like
how
5
far
minutes
away
from the airport.
Huh, nice. It's not bad.
I need to stop talking. I'm zeroing people in. This has been the Opinion Podcast. I hope you enjoyed your stay, as I have.
We'll have more controversial opinions on the horizon. We're coming. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
tomorrow's a mobile podcast.